Love and light, everyone, and welcome back to the Clearview. If this is your first time, thank you so much for joining. Since you're here, you might as well subscribe now. You might as well make up your bed here. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. It's almost freaking January. My God. This year just flew by so fast. But what I want to say is before this year is out, I want to continue to make a few more of these videos walking into the new year because I want us to be very purposeful and strategic on what we're focusing on. And for me, I want to talk about things that are relevant in the now for me because I want to send out fresh information and fresh insight to things that I'm actually going through or dealing with or seeing through right now. So be sure to send any topics to Queen PYT on Instagram or to the Clearview 242. This is the time where I do want us to talk about the things that we need to help us push through to the beginning of the new year because this year has been truly rough. It's been a roller coaster of a year, and I feel like there are things that we should be concrete on walking into this new season into 2021. So get ready and get comfortable with these little one-on-one chats like this because this is how I want to deliver this information. I don't want to deliver it in a talk setting. I want to deliver it straight from the horse's mouth, and like I said, straight from my experience and my insight and my knowledge on whatever the topic is. All right, so hopefully this video isn't too long. I always say that, but when you're in the flow of things and when you're feeling it, sometimes it be like that. But I'm going to try not to make this video too long. But I made a list 2 weeks ago, and it was about things that I want to leave behind or things that I want to work on. Things that I want to leave behind, sorry, in 2020, things that I want to work on for 2021. And on that list, one of the things that stood out to me, all of the things stand out to be honest, but some things jump out at me to say, you know what, we need to dissect this some more. One of the things that really jumped out to me was, on my list was staying away from low vibrational people. And I'm gonna break everything down. But I think that was like number 4 or number 5 on my list. And it was because I realized that not even just for me, when you are truly stepping into your purpose and your awareness of who you are, everyone can't be around you. Like, you can't just have anyone around you. I don't care if the person was around you for 10, 15 years. Like, if the energy of that person or that connection isn't genuine or pure, or if it's one-sided, then it's not something that you should have around you, and that's considered to be a low vibrational person or low vibrational people. And I'll explain that some more. When I think of low vibrational person or people, I think about people who are energy vampires, people who don't necessarily suck your energy, but who doesn't add to your energy at the same time, if that makes sense. So a low vibrational person could be someone who intentionally sucks your energy or sucks the life out of you, sucks positivity out of you. Or a low vibrational person could be someone who just vibrates on a super low frequency and they can't add to you. They're always on this low frequency. Let me give you an example. A low vibrational person would be someone who's always sulky, who's always never finding the good in things, always seeing the bad in something, always pulling out the worst, the negative, the worst in things before the best. A low vibrational person could be someone who doesn't see the best even in themselves. Obviously, if they don't see the best in situations, that means they don't see the best within themselves. People like that can hurt us than do us good. They can harm us more than do us good. And you got to be so careful with that because it could be people who are your family, people who you work with, people who you just been friends with for years. Y'all grew up around the same corner, y'all gone to the same school, work the same job, whatever it is. And the only way you can really recognize that is when you look at the situation outside of yourself. And when I say that, I mean, obviously we have friends and family that we love a lot, that we like to see the best in them, even though they showing us the worst, if that makes sense. Like, we can look past all of their negativity to see the best part of them, because that's going to be the part that makes us stick with them. That best part is going to be the part that makes us accept them and see past that. But I feel like that's not fair to you or me. If you know what I mean. That ain't fair to us. That ain't fair to us. Because if you know you're a person who functions off of pure love, pure compassion, all of the good characteristics of yourself, if you know you function off of that, and you get surrounded by persons who you make excuses for, or who you have to, it's almost like when you come around them, you have to change your energy because their energy and their aura is so negative. Like sometimes they ain't even gotta say nothing. You know, sometimes the body language or just the energy coming from within, like it is be so strong sometimes. I'm sure y'all heard before people say, oh, my spirit can't take to her, or my spirit can't take to him. And that is literally energy. That's the energy of that person and your energy. Not, it's not connecting. And it's always for a reason. Things don't necessarily have to happen for this, for you to see this, but these are the people that we make so much excuses for. And I'm just saying, this is why I'm here. This is the point I'm getting to. We There has to be some kind of boundary, right? When we dealing with low vibrational people. Like I say, they could be our family, right? But there has to still be a boundary, because if you know this is not something that you're encouraging, this is not the direction your life is going in, you should not entertain it. I don't care who it is. Like, we have to get in the habit of checking people without them catching feelings, and also removing the fact that they may catch feelings. Like, we have to be able to check something and nip it in the bud. So if you realize that, yes, your sister or your brother is low vibrational, or your coworker is low vibrational, or even your boyfriend or your husband is low vibrational, some things you can't do anything with, because that's that person's personal battle to fight. They have to first be aware of the level of their frequency, the level of their vibration. Because if they are completely oblivious to that, that's not even a journey you could even take on. But I say, if you are aware enough to say, like, when I come around this energy, this is making me feel a way. Or if you always have to put up a protective invisible layer or mask over you when you come around this energy, you have to ask yourself, what is that doing to your energy? How is that affecting you? Because I had to realize that I was hanging around persons who were low vibrational people, even though they may have seemed like they were high vibrational people. And that's the one thing I was attracted into my life over the past few years. Like, I want people who vibrate on a high frequency, high vibrational people. And you got to be so careful what you ask for, because number one, you are what you attract. You are what you attract. So if you know you're not genuinely high vibrational, if you know you're genuinely not that, you're going to attract the same thing that you are, even though you're asking for something else. And even for me, a few years ago, this journey is continuous, guys. That's something you're always going to hear me say, because I am a work in progress, but I am my biggest project, and I am not giving up on this project. But a few years ago, I was not to the point where I'm at now. And it's always going to be like that. But to say really understanding my frequency and my vibration, I understand it so much more than I did back then. So when I look at me asking myself and asking the universe, asking God to send me these high vibrational people in my life, in my circle, in my space, you have to be so careful that you are in alignment to receive these things. Because if you are not in alignment, then you're going to get what you are. You're going to get whatever that is. And that is so scary. Like, think about how scary it is. Really, think about how scary it is for you to formulate something up here, project it out here, and then God just put it in your lap. And it ain't always what you asked for, but it's what you are. And it's actually what you really meant. I mean, I know that's kind of crazy to wrap your mind around, but truly, like, I was asking for high vibrational people in my life, friends, whatever, just people in my space, because at a point I felt like I didn't have that. And then what I had to realize was, number one, I have to be that. I have to be that beacon of light, and I have to be that high vibration, that high frequency that's going to attract the other high frequencies. Because if I'm only saying this because I think this is going to get me what I want, then I'm already doing it the wrong way. And I feel like that's what a lot of us, well, me, let me say, I feel like that's why I went wrong in my journey. looking at someone else's journey and saying, oh, I want that for myself, and yes, I want that, not realizing how toxic I was to my own self and how low vibrational I was, because I was riding someone else's wave and I was trying to come up off of someone else's, whatever that was. And the point of no return was realizing that, sis, you gotta be the one to tune in and tap into that awareness and be what you want to attract. Like, become that. Become that, because I'm all I ever needed. And I understand that now. I'm all I ever needed. And I think that's why I was so confused when I was like, okay, God, I asking you for these high vibrational people and asking you for many array of things, and I ain't getting it. Like, why am I not getting it? I feel like I'm being obedient. I feel like I'm doing all of these things. Why am I not getting it? And it was because I was not in place. I was so low vibrational. And I understand the root of that was people, and wanting to keep up with a certain persona and wanting to hang out with a certain clique and wanting to be something that I am not. And the people listening to this, you are at your lowest vibration and your lowest frequency when you are trying to be something else and trying to be someone else. When you look at the life of someone else and you're so easily influenced that now you want to wrap your mind and your life around, how could you be more like this? You riding on a vibe so low, it ain't funny. It really ain't funny. I've been there. That's how I know. I've been there. And I just want to say two things before I go. In order to become more high vibrational to your own self, you must let go of any kind of character or persona you're trying to become because you see someone else doing it. You have to let that go. Because you have to understand, like, everyone okay ain't authentic. Like, everyone who on these pedestals and all of that, and who have all of these views and all these likes and all these followers, are not authentic people. And we have to be so careful about who we envy and who we want to become, and who we are so easily influenced by, because we don't even know the energies attached to that. You don't even know where that comes from. See, for me, I query and I question everything at this point now because I've never done it in my life. So anything that I am attracted to or influenced by or whatever, I query, where did I get that from? Why am I attracted to this, or why am I connected to this? And it's so important that you do that. It's so important that you do that. But the key of this is, though, like, you gotta start to love on yourself to the point where even if no one else see it, you see it. If that makes sense. Like, on your worst days, you have to accept those things about yourself. That's how day by day you become high vibrational. Naturally, because you out here fighting this fight for you. Okay? This fight right here is for me. I can't worry about who don't like it or who likes it. I care about who likes it, but that ain't why I doing this. And that ain't my purpose. And I realized that in order for me to continue to vibrate as high as I want and as high as God truly wants me to be, I have to let go of any kind of influence outside of what is truly pure and what truly comes from inside. Naturally, we are influenced by things on the outside. But what it does is it corrupts who we are on the inside. So I would say, firstly, become high vibrational with yourself. Because that's the only reason you will be able to tell when the opposite comes in your circle. That's the only way you can tell when you get around low vibrational people, when you are high vibrational. Y'all ever see a group of people who always is hanging together? And someone from the outside and be like, babe, all of them is do the same thing, or all of them on the same tip. Do they know that? Sometimes they don't know. Everyone vibrating off the same low vibration. Everyone. Sometimes it takes that person, one of the people coming out of that circle, seeing it for what it really is, whether it's a spiritual awakening, some kind of enlightenment, whatever it is, to say, something like, no, we've been riding like this for years. Ain't none of us noticed that. Yo, that's the power of awareness. That's the power of awareness. Do not get caught up. Do not get caught up in the hype of trying to look like you got something, or trying to appear like you know a certain crowd, or that you know what I mean, like these false personas, guys, only make it worse for ourselves when we really come into who we are. And you know what happens is, like, yo, I spent all of my life trying to be this lady, and I don't even know her. And that's what I had to ask myself, like, who I trying to be? I trying to be her, and I don't even like me. Like, do I even like myself? I had to ask myself, like, Peter, do you like you? Can you actually say, can y'all actually say that y'all like yourself? Think about that though. I realized I didn't like myself. Because if I did like myself, I wouldn't be trying to be somebody else. And I wouldn't be so caught up on validation from my circle or from people I don't even know. So as you become more high vibrational within yourself, there are some sacrifices you will have to make. Some people you may have to let go. But all of that is a part of being high vibrational because there is a reward at the end of the day. The reward is peace. The reward is happiness. And when I say peace, I mean internal, everlasting peace. You know how good it feels to not try to be somebody else? You know how good it feels to embrace every part of you? That's how you become high vibrational. You accept every broken part of you. You accept everything about you that you probably never liked before. You embrace your shadow side. That's how you become high vibrational. I'm also going to do a video on shadow side probably this week. I'm going to be good this week. I'm going to do another video on shadow side this week. But I wanted to talk about just, the whole low vibrational energy, because sometimes we embody that and we project that onto people and we don't even know that we even in that energy, simply because we've gotten from our parents or from guardians or from whatever kind of traumatic experience or whatever kind of upbringing that cultivated you into the human being that you are, that you have these traits and you're so unaware that you do these things. But you do these things, and it's important for you to be aware of them, because that's the only person who can change them and who can address them in the right way with love. And it's so important to respond with love and not react, but to respond with love, because it's you dealing with. This ain't somebody else. Like, this you. And in order for you to be a better person to anybody, father, mother, in relationship, whatever, you have to be a better person to yourself. And vibing on a high vibrational frequency at all times is truly beneficial. And I guarantee you, once you make the steps that, make the decision that you wanna be better, and when I say be better, like, you wanna live better, you wanna be happier. You don't wanna every day you wonder what people think about you. That's a prison. That's mental slavery. And that's vibrating low. That's a high vibration. A low vibration, and the goal is to only vibrate on a high vibration. So 2021 is going to be a great year. A great year. And like I told you, I made my list already. 2021 is going to be a wonderful year if we get concrete with a few things. One of those things are, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, is staying away from low vibrational people, including yourself. If you are low vibrational, check yourself. What are your toxic traits? What are your negative traits? What are things about yourself? Honestly, what are some things about yourself that you could say, you know what? I don't like this. I need to fix this. Because if you could have that conversation with yourself, man, listen, who could talk to you? Who could talk to you? If you could check yourself and say, listen, I've been doing this all my life, and man, every time I do this, it's never have a good outcome, man. Let me look into this some more. Where I get this behavior from? Why do I do this? Because when you vibrate high, you vibrate forever, man, and you you tap into the awareness that exceeds all expectation. And it just makes you a happier, lighter person. No burdens, less burdens, let me say that. Less burdens. So, before we get into 2021, we are staying away from low vibrational people, and we are checking ourselves if we are the low vibrational person. Have the conversation with yourself. No one else can have it with you. Check yourself. Like I said, I got some more videos coming this week. Y'all getting a lot of these one-on-one chats like this, okay? It should be like this. It should be like this sometime. And you may get a Killer If You Talk before the year is out. I'm not sure yet, but you're definitely going to get these one-on-ones. Be sure to leave a comment down low. Let me know if y'all feel me. Let me know if y'all really feel where I'm coming from, because I like to know that even if it's one person, you get me. Like, you got to check yourself. You got to check yourself. You got to call yourself out. You have to. Because when someone else calls you out, it hurts. It hurts. It's like, you, the me? Yes, you. You. But when you call yourself out on it, and when you don't give the person an opportunity to do it, it's like, you know what? I know. I thought about that. Thank you. So check yourself. Check yourself. Trust me. The minute I started nipping my own stuff in the bud, and listen, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Okay? I don't want to make it seem like it easy, because it's not. Because it's like, I'm telling myself, no, you can't do that. You wrong for that. And it don't feel good. But it's when you let your ego go. You know, you gotta put that ego down. You gotta put that ego down. So guys, stay away from low vibrational people. And if you are that low vibrational person, check yourself. You can't get nowhere vibrating low. You only can get somewhere vibrating high. So love and light to you all. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back in a few days with another video.